Hi guys, welcome back! Today is just a chatty get ready with me. I'm playing around with a bunch of new makeup, including the new Huda Beauty Naughty eyeshadow palette, and I think this is a nice look for Thanksgiving. It's like cranberry toned and just yummy looking. It looks like it smells good, right? So I hope you guys really like this. I also went through a lot of my pregnancy and mommy Q&As, like questions that I got on Instagram. So it's just a chatty video, just chatting away, and I hope it's not too rambly, and I hope you guys really like this look. Thanks for watching.
Drop top in a coupe, yeah, she rapping on the low. She said, tell me where we going, baby, what you tryna do? It's a roller coaster when she be coming over. But if you lay it down, and she'll come right back to you, yeah.
Guys, for once I'm not wearing huge chunky studs. I literally never wear hoops, but I wanted to like break out of my comfort zone a little bit, and I bought a few pair of earrings from Ana Luisa Jewelry, and I really like them. They look really high-end, but they're so affordable. Their styles start at $39, and they range all the way up to like more high-end jewelry, so there's really something for everyone, and I love that. And these are so chic and cute. I actually really like them with this outfit. Like, I think they're really nice for the holidays, just fall and winter fashion. With like a nice chunky sweater or turtleneck, I really like them. For facial oil, I'm not going to put it all over. I'm just going to put a drop on my forehead because that's my dry area. Okay, let me show you my earring haul really quick. So they come in these nice felt pouches. So I got this pair, and I got another pair of small hoops. These aren't, they don't have the twist. These are smooth. And then I also got a bigger hoop that is a bit thicker. So these are really breaking out of my comfort zone. I literally always wear the same studs. And I love gold, so these are really, really nice. They're made from the best noble metals, and they do not tarnish, so they'll last a nice long time. And something that's really cool about Ana Luisa is they've made a goal to achieve a net zero carbon footprint by the end of this year. You know, sustainability is something that we as a whole, as society, have become a lot more aware of lately, which is fantastic, and it's something that a lot of us look for in brands. So know that when you shop at Ana Luisa, if sustainability is something that's important to you, that they are a brand that aligns with your priorities, and yeah, so I think that is really cool as well. So again, their jewelry starts at $39, and you can check them out in my description box, and they have some great deals right now for Black Friday and the holidays, so happy shopping, and I hope you guys find something you like. All right, let's move on to face now that my skin is prepped. I'm gonna start, I guess, with brows. I know I'm squinting so funny, but my contacts are at the end of their life. I've had them all year, and they were just my trial pair, so I really need to order my contacts like this week. This is really, really bad. While I do my makeup, I'm gonna go through some of my pregnancy Q&As that I had on Instagram. What are you most excited about for round 2? I am so excited to just be more mentally present this time around. I had a lot of outside negativity during my last pregnancy that didn't really allow me to soak it up and enjoy it as much as I wanted to. I was really going through a lot personally. So this time around, I just feel free, I guess is a good word. So I'm excited for that, and then after baby's here, I'm just so excited to be like a more confident mom. It's crazy how you literally have a baby and they just send you home with it, like with no instructions. Intuition really does take over, and you really learn as you go. But I am so excited to have prior experience this time. I think we'll enjoy it a lot more, and I'm so excited to see my Aya be a big sister. You guys won't believe what I did today. I drank half a jar of pickle juice, which is just like salt and vinegar, right? So, oh my God, as soon as I was like satisfied, suddenly my head started spinning. Like, that sodium was not good. I mean, it's not good for anybody, but especially being pregnant, I'm sure it did not do my blood pressure or anything any favors. I had to like chug water and sleep it off. Okay, another question. If I found like different ovulation tracking methods to be better, and her examples were BBT versus OPK, which is your basal body temperature versus like a ovulation test. An ovulation predictor kit is what an OPK is. And I did them simultaneously, so I can't really say if one's better or not, but if you guys watched my my experience on trying to conceive, I talk a lot more about that in detail. Okay, foundation. I really want to try new products today. So Huda Beauty came out with a solid foundation stick. And I actually, I don't know if I've just been not on Instagram as much as I used to be. But I haven't even seen anyone use it. So I don't even know if people are liking it or not. It came with this primer. I guess it'll help blend it out. I don't know yet if I'm going to use that, but let's see. I'm going to try Latte. So I'm very into like water-based foundations like Tarte Rainforest of the Sea, Pat McGrath, Armani Luminous Silk. So I haven't used a stick foundation in a very long time. I'm a little nervous that it's going to be cakey. How are you feeling emotionally, physically? So happy for you. So nice. I am feeling so good. Oh my god, but my first trimester this time around was way harder than my pregnancy with Aya. Like, I was miserable. It was like 24/7 nausea, food aversions galore. I don't know if I like it. Ever since 12 weeks, I've been feeling so much better. I don't think I'm gonna like this foundation. Guys, I don't like it. I'm not gonna use it. Well, I feel bad that I don't like it, but I just don't like it. I don't know. I feel like with brown skin, if it's off, you're gonna have like that gray face, and I don't want to take that risk. So now that I'm in my second trimester, I feel just so much better. Ever since 12 weeks, I felt so much better, but I'm still having quite a few symptoms that I just didn't have last time, like heartburn and certain food aversions and stuff. Like my pregnancy with Aya was honestly really symptom-free. Alhamdulillah, it was very... Physically, it wasn't difficult. I traveled. I went to Paris. I went to Bora Bora. I went to New York for work. I went to Michigan. And emotionally, I'm just really happy, really excited. This is something that we really wanted, even with Aya, but this time around, like, I very intentionally planned, and alhamdulillah, it happened for us. Feel very grateful, blessed, and excited. And we're having a girl. I really wanted another girl. That is such a blessing too. Did you know you were pregnant before your positive test? Any 2-week wait symptoms? Okay, so here's something that no one really tells you, and you find it out on your own as you're trying to conceive. But early pregnancy symptoms are identical to PMS symptoms, and I find that to be so rude. Like, God didn't need to make it that way. He could have made it a little easier for us. So, you know, I was hyper aware of all of my symptoms. It's called symptom spotting, and you really should not do that because you're just gonna get in your head and it's the same freaking symptoms. But the day before my positive test, I did have like some melasma on my neck. Yeah, it's kind of gone now, but I had like a dark patch here, which I also had with Aya and I forgot about. And I had like a really dull, kind of nauseous feeling. Those are the only symptoms I had, and that was of course like after implantation and literally the day before I got my first positive test. But the sore boobs and fatigue, like, it was all in my head, or it was just like the same monthly ant flow symptoms that I would have had anyway. So rude. Someone said, or someone asked, COVID permitting, would you do you want another baby shower or like a baby sprinkle? And it's funny because I love any reason to throw a party, to host a party, to celebrate, to have a party. And so I always thought I'd have another baby shower, like full on baby shower. And that doesn't mean I would expect people to bring gifts, but I mean like I wanted to do like a full blown party because I just love parties. But now that I am actually pregnant, I don't think so. Even if there was no COVID, it just makes me feel really self-conscious, and I never want people I care about to think that I'm like gift grabbing. So no. We'll see though. If the situation eases up, maybe we will do a little something and tell people like don't bring gifts. We like to have little parties every now and then anyway, but we'll see. Wasim and I are like uncle auntie at heart. We love to have like our dawats and feed people. But honestly, I'm really feeling for first time moms. Everyone deserves to have those things, like a big first baby shower and a gender reveal if you want one, and you know, just all your family and friends present, and I'm really feeling for you guys. So that Huda foundation was a fail, but I am excited to try her new eyeshadow palette, the Naughty palette. I love her eyeshadows always. I gotta say, I'm not crazy about this packaging. It just looks a little childish, but that doesn't really matter. Cause the colors look gorgeous. I love that it has a full-size mirror. I'm excited to see what exactly this new texture is, because I feel like Huda really kind of started the trend of like those pressed glitters and stuff, so I'm excited to see what that is. Does Aya want a baby brother or baby sister? So these questions were submitted the day I announced my pregnancy, so before I announced the gender. It's so funny because Aya, like, she calls everything her baby sister. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys know for years her comfort object was my nursing bra. She just very recently finally got over it. But for a solid 3 years, that nursing bra was like her life. And so she'd always walk around with them and call them her baby sisters. And she likes holding eggs. Like after breakfast, she'll hoard eggs that should go back in the fridge, and she'll call them her baby sisters. So I always thought she wanted a baby sister, but every time we would ask, she would say she wanted a baby brother or a baby boy. But we're having a girl. She's not disappointed or excited. I don't think she fully understands, but she's so girly. I think she's gonna be happy with a sister, and that's like all I ever wanted for her, because I don't have any sisters, and I so desperately wanted and honestly needed one. Life was very hard at times without one, so it makes me emotional that my girls get to have that. This is like a beautiful like berry kind of color. Beautiful for Thanksgiving. Our lonely Thanksgiving. Okay, this was asked a lot, how I told Wasim, and I didn't get to answer it on stories because it was just a little too long of a story. So I'm the type of person, like, when I'm excited, like, I can't keep anything in. Before we even started trying to conceive, I was planning on buying this dress for Aya. It's like embroidered big sister dress. I just wanted to have it on hand for, you know, inshallah, whenever we did get pregnant, I could put her in it and like surprise him. And it was out of stock for the longest time, and then I just got lazy and I never got anything. And then it happened, and I was like, oh my god, like, how am I supposed to tell him? And normally he does breakfast routine with Aya, but this one morning I was up with her and he was sleeping in that day, and I got the positive test, and I was just like, oh my god, okay, I'm gonna go and buy her like some big sister shirt or something today so I can surprise him later today. And I like ordered one for curbside pickup and whatever, so I had like a few hours, and then I was just like, I just like couldn't contain myself. So I like gave Aya the pregnancy test, and I was like, hey, do you want to go give daddy the thing? Like, can you go wake him up and give him the thing? And normally, like, Aya is like, the morning is like her time to shine, but she was so grumpy this morning. She was like, no, I don't want to give him the thing. Like, she like refused. So I was like, all right, whatever. Like, I'll wait a few hours and we'll go get this shirt and it'll be cute. Eventually, Wasim woke up and he was with Aya in her room. I think he was like changing her. And suddenly I hear her from the other room. She's like, I need to go get the thing. Like, she starts crying and whining, like, I need to get the thing from mama. Where's the thing? Where'd the thing go? And I was like, oh my god. And like, she's at the age when like she asks for something and you give her something else, it like makes her really mad. So I was like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I have to give it to her. I went in her room with it in my pocket, and I was like, okay, you want to give daddy the thing? And she's like, yeah. I was like, okay, tell daddy to close his eyes. So he like closed his eyes, and I like put it in her hand, and he opened his eyes and he saw it. So he was like super surprised. He was like guessing it because he just felt like I was showing symptoms, but like I said, like, I'm always tired and fatigued. But he was like, I knew it. that's it. So it wasn't anything super picturesque or magical or like photogenic, but it was a cute moment and it happened really naturally, I guess. Quite a few people asked if I did anything to like prep my body to get pregnant or just for pregnancy in general, and not really. I just I was taking prenatals since last year. I thought we were going to start trying at the beginning of this year, but I just had so many freaking problems with my eyes that I had to have 2 surgeries, and that second surgery was really just hanging in limbo because of COVID and because I was healing from my first surgery. So I had to heal from my first surgery before even thinking about having another one. And then with COVID, I couldn't even like see my ophthalmologist because that was like when everything was shut down. Like even like doctors' offices were all shut down. So it was just a long, stressful, traumatic year in limbo. We started trying like way longer after than I was planning, but yeah, I started taking prenatals last December, I think November, December. That's the only thing I did. I didn't really change my lifestyle or anything. I am loving these colors. You know, I'm really enjoying this video of just chatting and not even talking about the products that much or holding them up or whatever, because I'm gonna have the little slide outs anyway. Let me know if you guys like that better, because I know like just standard makeup tutorials can get so boring and redundant. Anything you hope to be different with this labor? Yeah, you know, I didn't really have the baby's coming kind of experience with Aya. I had PPROM, which is preterm premature rupture of membranes. So my water was actually broken for a few days before I realized, and that was in my 36th week. And so if you guys have seen my birth story, you know, like I just went into my OB casually just to make sure nothing was wrong, and I ended up having to stay, and I was induced, and alhamdulillah, I had a good birth experience, but it's just I wasn't ready. Like I wasn't prepared. But alhamdulillah, like I enjoyed my experience. Everything was fine. This time around, I really want to have my bag packed, and I don't want it to be like so sudden and out of nowhere. That's all I want, just for everything to go smoothly, uneventfully, and just on schedule. So I got a few new Hourglass palettes from their holiday launch, I'm guessing. So this is the Ambient Lighting Edit Mini. I think this blush will go really nice with my eyes. A few questions asking if we were actively trying to get pregnant this time, if my pregnancy was planned, and I specifically asked for questions, so I'm not bothered by these questions, but just know that like if someone just tells you they're pregnant or announces their pregnancy, that's a really rude question and an invasive question, but I don't mind it in this context because I pinged you guys for questions. But yes, this was planned. Both of my pregnancies were very much so planned. No judgment to anyone that has unplanned pregnancies. That's not what I'm saying, but it's just something I wanted to make sure for myself. Anytime in my life that I bring kids into this world, I want to make sure I'm just ready, mentally and emotionally more than anything. So they were planned, my little babies. That's pretty. How did I know that I was ready for another baby? Girl, if I do not have the answer. I wish I did, because you know, before I had Aya, I was like, I'm gonna have 4 kids. I'm gonna have 2 back-to-back, wait 3 years, and have 2 more back-to-back. And then I had her, and she is my everything, but it was a lot. So I was like, maybe I'm one and done. Like maybe I'm done having kids. And I felt like that for a solid 2 years. It wasn't until like 2.5 years that I was like, okay, I'm ready. My TTC got delayed a bit because of my health issues this year and COVID. But honestly, I am relieved and I'm grateful, and I think this happened for a reason, because age 3 has been way more challenging than age 2. And I am happy that Aya will be almost 4 when the baby's here. I just feel like she'll be a little bit more mature. You know, she'll be completely potty trained and will be able to help and just be more mature. And I think it'll be really a nice age gap. I like to apply my pink powder after my blush, so it kind of melts in with the blush. I'm going in with my Kylie Soft Pink Powder. God, my lips are so dry. I'm just gonna put a little oil on. Ignore the color. I did not think it'd be that pigmented. A common question I got was if I had any food aversions. So yes, my first trimester, I literally could not stomach any meat. Even chicken was difficult. So I was like forever hungry. I was like really unsatisfied my first trimester. Even after I started feeling better at 12 weeks, the meat aversion didn't fully go away, and it's still not fully gone. It just, my mood kind of swings back and forth, but it's not too bad now. Even my first trimester, I really didn't want coffee. And normally I'm like a Starbucks every day kind of person. And I still drink coffee when I'm pregnant. I just stay under my 200 milligrams a day of caffeine, which is what's recommended. So, but yeah, my first trimester, I barely drank any, even chai. Like I really wasn't into dairy. So I drank a lot of green tea and stuff. Whew. Another question I got was what the age gap will be between my kiddos. And because the person asking is feeling a lot of pressure for another baby. And like my whole philosophy on having kids and parenting and everything is just not following anyone's timeline but your own and making sure you're ready. I think in order to raise happy kids, they need happy parents. And having kids when you personally aren't ready is gonna breed everything but happiness, I think, and kids really pick up on that. You know, I worried sometimes that like the age gap was getting too big. I honestly feel like it's a perfect gap for us. I don't think we would have been able to handle a young toddler and a newborn. I think her kind of coming out of the toddler phase as the new baby comes will really be helpful. And age doesn't guarantee that like siblings will be close. Like me and my brother are 15 months apart, but he always bullied me so much and like never had my back and never was on my side with anything. And just, you know, in 15 months, you're practically twins, right? Like almost Irish twins. We couldn't be like more different people. So like, I really don't think age is, it's definitely not the most important thing in my opinion. You know, some of my younger cousins are like my baby sisters I've never had. And, they're so much younger than me. They're like in their mid to late 20s, and we are so close. We talk about everything. They've always supported me through everything despite being so young and in like a different stage of life, and I've always had an amazing relationship with them. So like I really don't think being close or far apart in age is like a deal breaker. You just need to make that decision yourself from like a real place, not from a place of pressure or obligation. So, tips for announcing pregnancy news without guilt when you have loved ones dealing with infertility. I completely understand this, and this is something I was like really worried about too. I have a few friends that have been dealing with infertility, and I kind of handled each person differently, and I don't know if it was necessarily the right way. But from what I understand, it's always best to tell them over text, not like in person or on the phone, so they have time to kind of process. And also like don't throw them into a group chat. And then I didn't know, okay, let me do my eyes first and then I'll talk about it. And then I didn't know if I should even mention anything about their struggle or, you know, hardships that they have been going through or are going through. And so I kind of did it like in a case-by-case basis. Like I have some friends who are dealing with infertility, but they're also not actively trying or really in that headspace right now of working through it. And so I told them privately, but I didn't mention anything about their journey. But then I do have some friends that are like currently in their journey of trying or IVF, and so I kind of worded it in a way like, hey, I wanted to share some good news with you before we make a larger announcement. We're expecting. You know, I know you're on your own journey right now, and I want you to know that we're here to support you in any way that we can. We love you. Done. You know, like I kept it short and sweet. but I wanted to, you know, remind them that we're there for them in any way that they need us. And my friends actually really appreciated that. So, and I hope I handled it correctly with the ones where I didn't really mention their journey, because if they're not in that headspace, I didn't want to remind them of it either. So I hope that was the right call. I think it's nice to tell them privately ahead of time, because you don't want them to feel like they were left out of your good news either. Because, you know, if they care about you, they'll be happy for you regardless of their difficult feelings. And so you don't want to ever exclude them from your life and your joy. How does it feel to be pregnant during a pandemic? So I guess like I can kind of tack on to that baby shower question. Yeah, I mean, it sucks that you can't do everything as normal, like have your partner come with you to appointments and especially scans. Like my first 2 scans, I wish Wasim could have come with. Like it's such an exciting moment, and I even would have loved to bring Aya. Like she was so excited. She knew Mama was going to get an x-ray of the baby. That's what she kept saying. Which is so cute. I don't even know how she knows about x-rays. Like she said that herself. I'm a homebody anyway, so my lifestyle hasn't changed too much, but I am missing traveling. I really wish we could have gotten in another baby moon and just a few travels like before baby is here. Because once baby's here, like it's gonna be harder, even without a pandemic, of course. So I'm hoping things will get better once we have more like competent leadership, and I'm hoping I can squeeze in some kind of baby moon before I'm too far along to travel, but we'll see. So that sucks. You know, I do wish I could have had like a baby shower, but you know, it's not my first, so it's not a big deal. Far along are you? I'm 16 weeks currently, but this video might go up during my 17th week. We'll see. Early pregnancy and trying to conceive, just time moves like molasses. Like you're waiting for your period to end, then you're waiting to ovulate, and then you're waiting, you know, your two week wait to test. And after you test, if you get a positive, then you're waiting forever for that first, you know, scan and doctor's appointment to really confirm things. And it's like, it's just nonstop. And now I feel like time's moving a little faster. I did find out before I even hit 4 weeks. So I found out very early because I was like obsessively testing. So it felt like it took forever to get to the 8-week mark. And then it took forever to get to like my second trimester to finally announce. And now I feel like it's moving a lot faster, which is great. But I also feel like that finish line is like really far away. It's funny because like when I was pregnant with Aya, you know, I was so excited as a first time mom, and I'm still excited, of course, but like I was, you know, the first time around I was just like, baby, there's gonna be a baby at the end of this, can't wait to meet our baby. And of course I feel all those things now, but for some reason I feel like I just like have a condition and I'm not picturing that baby at the end of the tunnel yet. I think it's just because life is busier, like there's a lot more on my plate and a lot more responsibilities, but I hope it doesn't drag. Like I cannot wait. I have such baby fever, especially when I see newborns. I'm just so excited for those baby cuddles again and the gummy smiles, and I'm excited to breastfeed again. See my girls build a relationship as sisters. Like, I'm gonna cry. So someone asked would I consider a natural birth, and I'm assuming that means unmedicated birth, and honestly, no. It's a personal choice for everyone, and me personally, I trust medicine. For me, like, I don't want to feel unnecessary pain if there's a way to prevent it safely, because labor and recovery are painful enough. So if I can take some of the brunt off with actual delivery, please, yes.
Know that we should get a little closer. Let me grab upon your shoulders. Baby, tell me how you want it. Keep it going till the morning. Drop top in a coupe, yeah, she rapping on the low. She said, tell me where we going, baby, what you tryna do? It's a roller coaster when she be coming over. But if you lay it down, and she'll come right back to you.
I love Buxom Lip Products because they're all pretty much like plumping. And that tingle feels so good. Do you guys remember lip venom from high school? It would like burn your lips off, but it felt so cool.
Your composure, baby, look at me. You see I got just what you wanted. See the other side, don't hide the way you wanna know me. Taking off your clothes, I know the way you go.
So someone asked, did you worry about fertility before you fell pregnant? Did you do anything in preparation? Sorry if it's too personal. I'm getting married in 2022, but nervous because I'll be 31. So I had my first at 30 and I am 34 now. And it's definitely something I thought about this time around. Alhamdulillah, I didn't have any issues, but I'm a firm believer in not doing anything until you're ready. But that doesn't mean you ignore the realities as well. You know, society makes us think that we expire at 30 and we're dead at 35, and that just is not the case. With more women pursuing their careers and also with just medical advances, women are having kids way later than ever. Let me see how I can organize these thoughts. So I don't believe in doing anything until you're ready, but I also don't believe in ignoring the realities of biology. And that doesn't mean have kids when you're not ready, but it could mean freezing your eggs if you're financially able and if you have the resources. I know it's a privilege and it's unattainable for many, which is not fair, and US healthcare is a whole different conversation. If egg freezing was something I learned about earlier in life, I probably would have frozen my eggs in my 20s. Just as insurance. Who knows how things will go for me in the future, you know? So, I know that's not like a concrete yes or no answer, but it's like yes and no. Like, I deeply thought about it, but I wasn't super worried either. I could have ended up being worried, but I was just very serious with trying to conceive and like doing it as diligently as possible, you know, confirming ovulation with my basal body temperature, with ovulation predictor kits, with checking my cervical mucus. Like, I wanted to make sure that whatever months I was actually trying. That way, if, you know, I did have trouble trying to conceive, I could get help sooner than later because I'm not getting any younger, quite frankly. So I don't know if that's good advice. I'm kind of all over the place. I'm really distracted because my daughter keeps crying and she's not going to sleep, and it's almost 10 o'clock. I think it's just important to be in tune with your fertility and your body. The person who asked me that question, I'm not saying go get, you know, blood work done and go see a fertility specialist and make sure you're good, but start tracking your periods and making sure you're ovulating on time, and just at least get that out of the way. So when you are ready to have kids, you at least have that data and you have a little bit of a head start versus, oh, we've just been not preventing, not trying, and I don't track my period. And I don't know if that makes sense, but just the way the system kind of wastes your time will only make your problems worse if you do have problems. Like, I don't think fertility specialists will even see you unless you've been trying actively for a year. And that year could be very different for different people. It could be a year of charting diligently, or it could be a year of not preventing, not trying. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing a very poor job of answering this question, but this is my completed makeup look. Let me just go fix up my hair and I'll be right back. Alright guys, this is the completed makeup look. I hope you guys really loved it. Check out Ana Luisa Jewelry. They're linked below in the description box. They have great deals right now for Black Friday and the holidays. It makes such a great gift. I love these a lot. They really grew on me so much just from the beginning of this video. So I will see you guys later. Bye.